Are you tired of creating mediocre AI art?
Are you serious?
Get ready to transform your artwork with these mind-blowing Midjourney tips and tricks that still work. We're going to get more control using parameters. Midjourney has a couple of different models that you can work with. To get to the models, you would click on /settings. 7 different versions that you can work with in Midjourney. Midjourney version 1, Midjourney version 2, Midjourney version 3, and the current one, which is Midjourney version 4, Niji mode, which is an anime style, and there's Midjourney test, which is in between Midjourney version 3 and Midjourney version 4. That's also pretty photorealistic, but Midjourney test photo, that's more photographic. I'm going to be elaborating on each of the models using the prompt Sam the cat. In order to add the version, we would have to add --v. And since we're going to be doing version 1 for the first one, I'm going to be pressing on version 1. Clearly, Sam the Cat version 1 is not as well made because it's initial versions of Midjourney, but it can still create some artistic renders. Now we're going to use the same exact prompt and go for version 2. Version 2 is a little bit better, but it's also not the strongest. Again, these were the initial models that were created in Midjourney, the version 2. So if you still want to get some artistic interpretations, you can use that. We are still going to be using the exact same prompt, version 3. Another different interpretation of the same exact prompt, but just because the model is changed. So it can be really important for you to understand which model you want to use and what kind of style you want to get without any other attributes. So this is just using the different models. Now we're going to keep going for model 4. So for that, we're going to do the same thing, V4. Version 4 currently running on default in Midjourney. This is the best model that can be worked with. So this is the one that's been used on most of the images that you would see in Midjourney gallery and the Midjourney community. And now we're going to be doing the Niji mode. So Niji is anime style, and it would give you a more illustrative anime style of a look to your artwork, if that is something that you're looking for. Clearly, as the name suggested and as we have just now discussed, it is purely anime and illustrative. So that is something nice to keep in mind. Now we're going to do the last 2 models, which are the test models, which is the Midjourney test and the Midjourney test photo. Unlike the previous models where you would get 4 variations, for the test models, usually you get just 2 images, unlike the other models. But also, since it is a test model, sometimes you would get some janky elements like over in the image here, variation just off the top without any other parameters. Now the last model that we're going to do is the photo test. Test P. Now with the last model, which is the Midjourney test photo model, you can as see over here, these results are as photographic as possible. If you just typed something and went on to test photo, this is how you could get the images. Very photographic, 2 variations. Now we're going to be talking about aspect ratio. So the aspect ratio for each of the models that we just now spoke about would vary. For Midjourney version 4, it would be 1:2, 2:1. For Midjourney version 1 or 3, it would be 5:2 or 2:5. For test and test photo versions, it would be 2:3 or 3:2. And for Niji mode, the maximum aspect ratio would be 1:2 or 2:1. We're going to now talk about chaos. For this example, we have Sam the cat, and I've given him the first example as --chaos 0. And on the flip side, if we do the same prompt, if we change the chaos to 100, you're going to be seeing a completely different cats with different styles as well. So that is what chaos will help you with. So it gives you a little more controllability. It's not just 0 to 100, as opposed to the chaos with 0. The chaos with 100, the images are actually quite different. They are different in terms of their posing, their style, and even their angle, and even the cats. Being said, this is something that you can keep in mind. So if you want to have more of that, it's a good idea to have --chaos and then your number next to it to be able to determine how much of a chaos you want. We took 2 extremes of 0 and 100, but you can just go between even 50. So I'm going to try one more to just go in between. Cat --chaos 50. Chaos is another way to add more variety in your image and also in the approach that you're trying to get. So if you don't want the same style or the same kind of output from Midjourney, using chaos, you can help Midjourney understand that you want more variability that can help you play around with your artwork. So this was another mid-level example of a mid-range. We again see a little bit of a chaos, but there is also, it's like half and half. So it's like, it is similar, but it's also not so much, as opposed to the chaos with 100. So yes, chaos can help keep it more in tune with each other or completely variable and varied images. So that's something good to keep in mind. The chaos parameter works with all the models that we just discussed. Negative words or negative prompting. So this is going to be using the words no. So if I don't want to have a specific color on Sam the cat, then I'm going to use it like dash dash no red. And then what's going to happen is Midjourney is going to strip out any and every red that would be there in the image. But by using the word no, you're removing or stripping off the color red and just having everything else. And adding a bunch of them together can really help you control your prompt exactly the way that you want it. Negative prompts works with all the models that we have discussed with. Now, as we can see here, just because I used the word no red, Midjourney clearly did not have any red across anything on these images for Sam the cat. So by using the word no, you're actually helping Midjourney negate something that you don't want in the image. So that's another way to really focus on the things that you don't want, but also help control the direction in which you want to create your prompts. The next parameter that we're going to be adding is going to be style. So it's going to be dash dash style, but it works only with version 4. Before we move on, version 4 of Midjourney, that's the current version, also has 3 separate stylistic models. So we're going to be showing all the different models. So now we're going to use Sam the cat dash dash style, and then you're going to say 4A. I'm also going to show you version 4B and 4C. Using the style parameter 4A, B, and C, the most important difference that we can see is that 4A is more illustrative, 4B is slightly more illustrative but photographic to an extent, but 4C is the most photographic. So they have different stylistic approaches depending on what you're looking for, but if you want to get more with your style, then you can go with dash dash style 4A, B, or C, and you can see the examples over here. Now the next parameter that I'm going to be talking about is the image weight. Now the image weight as of now works with version 1, 2, 3, test, and test photo. It does not work with Niji mode and version 4. The earlier Midjourney model versions can use image weight parameters to adjust the importance of an image URL versus the text prompt. So now that we have this image over here, which is upscaled, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the link. So by default on Midjourney, the image weight for an image URL is 0.25. But if I want to give more precedence to the image weight, so this is what I'm going to do then. I'm dash dash v3 dash dash image weight 0.5. To be absolutely honest, the Midjourney image parameter is not exactly known, but we do know that by using image weight parameter, you can have a little bit more control on your URL that you're adding in. And you can also differentiate between your text prompt and your image prompt when you're working with versions beyond 4 and Niji mode. 1 to 3, test and test photo, then you can use the image weight prompt, as you can see in the examples over here. It can be a little bit wonky, but if you work around it, you can make it work. The image weight works between 0.5. The image weight in Midjourney usually defaults with 0.25. So if you do not have a parameter dash dash IW image weight 0.25, if you do not have that written, it is a default that it is 0.25. There is no certainty about that, but that is what is a given. So after that, it would be 0.5, 1, 2, and 5. And there you have it. A whole bunch of important parameters, which is all a part of Midjourney. There is so much more to learn from Midjourney, and I have so much more to tell you as well. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit a like, share, and subscribe. And also, I have a weekly newsletter, which I will have it in the comments below, in the description below. So you can also check that out. For once a week, I do post all things AI, but as a non-coder, but as a creative. So you can understand all the different things that are happening around. And that is important, whether it is ChatGPT, Stable Diffusion, and Midjourney. I'm going to be also talking about Stable Diffusion and ChatGPT in future videos, so do stick around for that. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one.